Hello, friends. How are you? Ladies, gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for viewing. And today, I've decided to make us. You remember when I told you about the trip to Gulu? If you can watch that video, you will see how this paste is made. And today I'm going to make a meal using this ginat paste, or what we called peanut butter, groundnut butter, ginat butter. Many people would call it peanut butter, but I'll call it ginat butter because it was purely made from ginats. Now, this is how it would look, and this is how it was on the roadside after it was made. And if I can open it, you will see that inside is just ginats. That is how it looks. Now, this is locally made, all the way from Gulu. The trip I took to Gulu, I managed to get this peanut butter, what the people from Gulu call Odi. I got it from there and thought we would make meals with it. Now, there are many kinds of meals that we can make using peanut butter, but today we'll just handle one of them. And what we are going to use is the onions that you can see on the side. You don't have to have many, like I say always. Some ginat paste, if you happen to find it, some curry. That is just to change the color of our bananas that we are going to be using. And you're going to also need some peeled bananas or matooke, or what you would call green bananas or plantain for some of you. And then you add some potatoes. Now we are going to do a blend of all these. Just the matooke, the potatoes, you have them peeled, and the potatoes, the matooke, some onions, that peanut paste, and some onions and salt, and that should do. Now, if you heard when I was talking about peanut paste, and I said that we can make all kinds of meals, if you were wondering what kind of meal can be made out of that, this is one of them, and today you're in luck because you'll be learning how to use that peanut paste that you always see. This can be used to spread around on your bread. You can also use it to add other things and make it into a sauce. But today we will not make a sauce. We will make that blend, the matooke and potato blend, or what we call akatogo k'ebinyebwa. For those of you who are in Uganda and understand that bit. Now, if you've had or gone to a restaurant and been served akatogo k'ebinyebwa, or a blend of potatoes and matooke, or green plantain or green banana, this is it. But the special twist is you would not find it made in restaurants with potatoes. They normally make it with just either plain potatoes or plain matooke. But at home, you can treat yourself to some good meal, whereby you can blend all two if you have it in the house. But if you have only matooke, or what we call green banana or plantain, you can just have it with just the green banana. But I happen to have both, so I decided to treat myself to both of them. And the recipe works for both. Whether you're going to just make potatoes, or whether you're going to do a blend like I'm going to do potatoes and matooke, the recipe is the same. And after you've chopped up your onions, you get your paste, or the ginat paste, or your OD. This is purely ginats, and you put some of it in a bowl. You don't need a lot because it thickens as you cook, but see how fine it is. It's easy to put on your bread as a spread, or to even use, as we are going to see in our video. Now, I will not use a lot, but I just want to show you how much I'm going to use. and how my food will look after that. Because it's a blend, you don't need too much. Maybe in a sauce you could, but we are doing the blend of matooke and potatoes, or green plantain or green banana. Then you add your salt, your water into the paste and try and stir it up so that it mixes and makes a runny kind of sauce. See how it easily dissolves? Now this doesn't happen with our original peanuts. Normally it will take you some time to get to this state. But with this paste, it happens quickly. Now when I'm done, I'll get my pan and then I'll start with my cooking. Let's get on that journey now. Now we put our pan on fire and get started cooking. That's my pan. And I'm going to put my matooke in. I will layer them because I want to put also potatoes. Now the matooke you're going to use doesn't have to be a lot. It also depends on your servings. If you're many, you use more. But if you're few, say like it's just 2 people, 6 matookes and about 6 potatoes would be enough. As you can see, my potatoes are also going in whole. I'm not cutting them up because my green banana or plantain or matooke is whole. Now because it is whole, I'll put my potatoes in as whole as well. This is an easy way of preparing peanut sauce. In a few minutes you should be ready to serve your meal. As long as your matooke has softened, you should be good to go. Now I'll put in my peanut sauce. As you can see, I've added my peanut sauce. Remember the one I mixed in water? I didn't have to use a lot. Now I'll add in also some more matooke to put on top because the other one made the base at the bottom. Remember I cut up my onions. I will not use all of them. I'll just use a few for now, and for later I will add some more just to give me more of the aroma of the onions. Because this peanut sauce comes plain, not with much, but the natural smell of peanuts or peanut butter, as you may call it, is good. Now it's also key that we use low heat, because once you expose the peanuts to very hot heat or high temperatures, it will likely start to spill over, and you don't want the cream of your peanuts to get off. I've added some curry, as you can see, just to give my bananas and potatoes a good color. And I'll add some salt to taste. Also with the salt, you can put to your liking. Some people like their food salty, I don't. So I will use just a little bit. And I'll add also some onions like we talked about. Not all of them. I'll preserve the rest for when my food is ready. Now, when it stays on steady heat, on a low heat, you'll find that the paste will start bringing some oil, and the matooke will be softened, or the green banana or plantain. And when you serve, the fork should go through easily. This seems like an easy and simple meal, but it's also nutritious. As you can see, this is how my meal will look. But it's not yet ready, so I just let it sit. You test to see if your salt is enough. And when you're happy with the salt, then you reduce the heat and let it cook slowly for about 30 minutes or 20 minutes tops. Actually 20, because you don't want your potatoes to overboil, because then they'll be smudged. I'm going to reduce the heat and then cover so my matooke can cook at a slow heat. It's nice and steady. Now I'll cover and check on it after 20 minutes. It should be ready to serve. Now it is time to check on our food, see if the potatoes are soft inside and see how they are doing. See guys how thick it is, and yet we use just a little bit of paste. Now if the knife goes in easily, then our potatoes are ready and our food is ready. But if it's hesitant, then it still needs some time. See how it's going in? It is easily digging in. So that means in order to not to serve squashed potatoes, we take off now. But before that, let me cut up some green pepper and add to our food. Now I'm just going to add this green pepper to add to the aromas of my food, and these raw onions that you see on the board. Remember I chopped up a few and then left some on the board. Now these I'm going to add so my blend has some bit of taste and smell, in addition to the nuts that I've already used that come with their own natural aroma. Now this is good. I'll go sprinkle it on top and then plate my food. Now I'm adding my onions. These will help with the aromas when I serve, so that my food doesn't smell only of nuts or the paste, but also of the onions, because they give it a good smell. Now I'm adding also some green pepper. This may not be seen, but I'll save some for my garnish when I'm done. As you can see, it's ready to go. And you avoid squashing the middle so your matooke comes out whole. But my dear, this paste is something else. Okay, now time for me to plate my food, and then I'll show you how it would look. Let me get my plate. Now I'm plating my food and it smells lovely. Now I want my potatoes to come off still whole. So when you're serving them, you deal with them delicately. You want to see the traces of the matooke and your nuts. So don't dig so fast so that it doesn't squash them up. See how it looks? And boy, does it smell nice. Look at the color. Now I'm going to garnish it. This is where I said I'll keep some green pepper for my garnishing. Now you just sprinkle a few green peppers. This should be simple a meal, yet looking delicately prepared. See how it would look? This time I'm garnishing with green peppers and not anything else. So this is how my meal would look, and that is how it would be plated and presented to my visitors or anyone else that you would want to serve your meal. I can show you by using of the fork how the potatoes are soft. You see how soft the potatoes are, as in I just go through without any hesitance. You see how it looks? This is good to go, and I can't wait to start eating. So if you're at home and you've got this in the house, do not hesitate to make a sumptuous meal for your family. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, viewers. Join us again for yet another sumptuous meal, easy to prepare at home. Bye-bye.